Hello lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you know, I am all out to support beginners bakers so that they can thrive in their baking business. And today I will be sharing how you can start your journey as a baker, and I'll be sharing tools that are essential for you to have as a baker. Because I understand that once bakers finish their training, I also fell victim of that. We want to buy every tools that we see around, from this to that. And really, as a new beginner baker, what you need much more is to save money to market your business so that you can get more people to know your business. And so today I'll be sharing essential tools needed as a beginner baker. If you have all these tools that I'm going to be mentioning and showing you today, I'm serious, you can start that business. You do not need to postpone. I want to believe that you have gone for training, because really that is the most important thing that you need to start out as a baker. You need to go for training, no matter how little it is. Of course, I believe you can learn some things on YouTube, but I really encourage people to go for classes and then build on what they have learned in classes with YouTube videos. So let's go into the tools that I believe will be essential for you as a beginner baker. Alright, the first tool for me will be my measuring cup and my measuring spoon. So this is a measuring cup and this is a measuring cup. Measuring cup and measuring spoon comes in different sizes and different shapes. So this is what the measuring cup. Look, I have a couple of them. I have different design, different colors. So measuring cup and measuring spoon comes in different sizes and shape. So this is like the 1 cup. So if you see a recipe that calls for 1 cup, this is what you'll be using. There is the half cup, this is the 1/4 cup, this is the 1/3 cup. When you buy a set, it comes this way. The spoon and the cups, they come together. Personally, I believe that there's a whole lot of difference between somebody who measures their cake recipe and somebody who do not measure and just bake. Like, I can't even imagine that you are baking without measuring your ingredients. Like, what are you going to get? So one of the first tools you need is the measuring spoon and the measuring cup. So maybe in another video, I will make a video on how to use measuring cups and measuring spoon. Of course, the next tool that you'll be needing is your baking pans. So these are baking pans and they come in different sizes and different shapes. They are square pans, they are round pans, they are hexagon pans, they are rectangular pans, they are bread pans. So they are different pans. So as a beginner, you can start with just buying a set. A set should be size 12, size 10, size 8, size 6. So you can start with that. Of course, as you grow and you begin to have much more orders, you will know that you need more sizes and more shapes. All right, let's move to number 3. Guess what number 3 will be? Number 3 will be that you need a mixing bowl. So this is a mixing bowl, and mixing bowl comes both in stainless like this one and plastic. But personally, I prefer a stainless mixing bowl and the one that has depth like this. So I prefer a stainless mixing bowl because I remember that when I started out baking, I was always using plastic bowls, and I noticed that they always peel, and sometimes they peel, sometimes they easily break, and then I would need to be buying more plastic bowls. But since I got this has been useful for me. This came with my stand mixer, but when you go to a baking shop, you can easily see stainless bowls that you can buy so that you can mix your cake batter easily. So my 4th baking tool that I believe that every beginner baker should have will be a whisk. So this is a baking whisk and it comes in different sizes and different shapes. So this is a bigger one and this is a small one, and of course there are also those that are smaller than these that are lighter. So besides this is also a turning stick. So I know that we are all used to using turning stick. Of course, you should get turning sticks also to complement this, but actually I've seen that some of the things that turning stick do for me, these wicks can do it. I even found it that it is much more easier for me to cream my butter, that's my sugar and my butter, with wicks If you have not tried it, you can try it instead of using a turning stick. So first thing that I believe that will be essential for every baker to get is my mixer. Yes, so this is what the mixer looks like. It's a hand mixer. It comes with two whisk to whisk whatever you want to whisk. So this is an hand mixer, and I believe that every beginner baker should at least also invest in getting an hand mixer. Of course, as you grow, you will see that you will need a stand mixer. I have a stand mixer in the bakery there. You will see that you need a stand mixer, but at least as a beginner, if you can, try get a hand mixer. Of course, you know that you wouldn't want to stress this more, but at least it will reduce stress for you. You can't imagine using a hand mixer and just using your turning stick or whisk to whisk. It takes longer time to whisk with your turning stick, and it is much more easier to whisk with your hand mixer. So get yourself a hand mixer. All right, moving on to the next. You will be needing what I call a scraper. This is like one of my most favorite tool as a baker. I don't know if many people are familiar with it, but it's called a scraper, and this is used to scrape everything off your baking bowl, sorry, mixing bowl. And really, I just like it because it is very handy. When I'm mixing buttercream, I use it to scrape off. You know, as a baker, nothing must waste. This scrapes off everything for me. Like, I don't think I can actually bake without it. I just like the way it is very flexible. So you need a scraper. There is a small size and there is a big size. So I like to use any of the two. Moving on to the next. What is baking without a sieve? So this is called a sieve, and it comes in different shapes and different sizes. So this is used to sieve your flour. Of course, you have to sieve your flour for many of the recipes that you'll be baking. You need to sieve because you need to also protect customers and be conscious of what you are giving to them to eat. So you need this to sieve your icing sugar, to sieve cocoa powder, to sieve baking powder, to sieve as many things that needs to be sieved. So you need a sieve. Let's look at what you'll be needing when you want to decorate a cake. All right, for decorating a cake, either buttercream or fondant or royal icing or whatever you want to decorate, you will sure be needing a turntable. And this is what a turntable looks like. I know as a beginner, many of us are familiar with the plastic one. Of course, when I started out baking, I used the plastic one. I still have a couple of plastic one. I have some for sale also. So in case you want to buy, you can DM me. I have different shapes and different sizes because I sell cake too. So this is a turntable, and a turntable helps you when you are baking to easily move your cake. As a beginner, you should invest in a turntable. There are different shapes, different sizes, plastic, steel. So as your money can afford, try get yourself a turntable. So next, you'll be needing what I call, it's not what I call, it's what it's called. You'll be needing a serrated knife for trimming your cakes, because really trimming your cake is essential if you want to get a straight cake, a cake that is standing well and is beautiful. So you need this. It's called a serrated knife. It is what they use for trimming cakes. You will have seen it in videos. So this is called a palette knife, and it comes in different shapes and different sizes. So this is the big one, and this is the set of smaller ones. I actually like this one that is offset. There is the straight one like this one. Of course, you can see that I've removed the offset to be somewhere. So I like this one that is offset. I know some people prefer the one that is straight. So tell me, which one do you prefer? Is this and there is this. So whichever one you think is going to work for you, can start with the small one, you can start with the big one. You can get any one that is convenient for you. The short one, the long one, this set of three, and you are good to go. On to tools for decorating. You will sure be needing what I call cake combs. So this is what the cake comb look like. Some people call it scraper. I'm sure that you are familiar with this particular one. This particular one has been saving lives since 1920. I know many people use this one, and of course I like it also because it is handy. So it comes in different shape, different sizes, and this is what it looks like. This is for long cakes, this is for short cakes. So you need cake comb, and what it is used for is that it is used to scrape off, and it is also used to give pattern. Of course, you see that there are different patterns. It is also used to give patterns to your cake when you are baking. So you need cake comb. The thing that you will need when you are starting out your baking business is the piping bag and the nozzles. So these are nozzles and this is a piping bag. Nozzles and piping bags are used when you want to ice your buttercream cake. Of course, I know that back in the days there was something that they push it like this, and that's, I never used it. This has been what I've been using and it's been very helpful. So you need piping bag and nozzles. So maybe in another video, if you want me to show you how to use a piping bag and nozzles, you can tell me in the comment section. Another thing that you'll be needing is what is called cake smoother. So they come in different shape. This is one type. They come in different shape. It is used to panel and smoothing your fondant cake. That you'll be doing fondant cake, you actually need this to smoothen out your cake, and you can get them in any cake shop. And like I said, I sell cake tools, so if you want to buy cake tools, you can reach out to me and I'll get them delivered to you. Another thing you'll be needing is called a mold. So this is called cake mold, and it comes in different shape and different sizes. I don't want to stand up from here. I'll have gone to show you different shapes. So there are different shapes of mold. This one is like one of the popular one. Like, I believe that 80% of bakers have this because we use this particular one more for birthday designs, for wedding designs. So it comes in different shape and you'll be needing this. It's called mold. If you want to get them, you can get them in any baking shop. Another thing you will need is what I call, why do I say what is called an alphabet cutter. So this is an alphabet cutter. I don't know if you can see it. They come in different shapes. This is also like one of the popular ones. You can cut out, what's this? Okay, this is letter S. You can cut out letter S. You can cut out letter P. As a beginner baker, many people struggle with cake calligraphy, which is writing on cake. So you can start with this while you become a pro at writing on your cake. So they come in different shape and different sizes, like I said. So you should invest and get yourself one of these. Another thing is what I call the embosser. So this is an embosser, and it comes in different shapes. So this is one. People are familiar with this one. An embosser is used to make imprints on your buttercream or your fondant. So this can be used on buttercream and it can be used on fondant icing. So this is another type of embosser. I don't know if you can see. This is another type of embosser. This is another type of embosser. So there are different types of embosser, and I believe that as a beginner you will need it. That is going to be all for now. If you need me to do a part 2 of this video, I will do a part 2 of this video. And if you feel that there are things that I did not mention, you can put it in the comment section. So I want to say thank you for staying with me till now. If you watch this till now, you are the real MVP. Cheers! Alright, if you have not subscribed, please do well to subscribe. Do well to turn on the notification button, and let's grow together, like I used to say. See you in my next video. Thank you.